I'm just outside of Toronto in the Caledon Hills getting a chance to drive the Toyota Tacoma TRDpro. Now anybody that knows the Toyota Tacoma knows that this configuration, minus the TRDpro level, is really the one that people are buying. They're getting the four-door version with the slightly shorter box. That seems to be the #1 seller, and a lot of people opt for that TRD package. It gives you some nice features, you get the crawl mode, and it gives you a better aesthetic. So they take it to the next level with the Pro version, adding in some tasty looks. I love the new retro grille with Toyota across the front. Kind of reminds me of the FJ Cruiser. The top of the hood has a blacked out hood scoop, which is a nice look. Also, the wheels are black and 16 inches, and the tires are unique. These are Goodyear Wrangler Kevlar tires. The sidewall of the tire is reinforced with Kevlar to help reinforce the tire when you're doing some off-road crawling. The ride height is very slightly higher than the traditional TRD. You also get Fox racing shocks and Rigid Industries driving lights. The color you see here is called cement gray. I think it looks fantastic. You saw this several years ago. Audi had a lot of gray cars, and I think it looks fantastic on a truck. They also have Barcelona red and white in the TRDpro trim. Inside, some slight modifications. You get a leather interior, you get some nice red stitching, you get a few TRD touches, but overall it's a very well-equipped vehicle. It's available only with the four-door configuration. So we're here in the hills, we're going to take it off-road and have a little fun. It's already dirty, we're going to get it dirtier. Now you could look at this TRDpro as a bit of a styling exercise, you know, different wheels, different grille, the colors and all the way it looks, definitely looks aggressive. But with the Fox shocks and the way that the suspension's being tuned, when you get it off-road and you actually go at a fairly good clip, you can really feel just how well tuned this vehicle is. It has an amazing ability to soak up bumps and provide a very comfortable interior, which is sort of at odds with what you're actually doing. You're driving on a bumpy road and you can do it fairly quickly, and it just absorbs a lot of the nastiness and gives you great confidence. Everybody knows that you need to have the ability to get the power distributed well with off-roading. So with this vehicle, you have the 4 high and the 4 low setting, but with the TRDpro, you also get an electronic locking rear differential, which is going to give you better grip over slippery surfaces, and that's something that a lot of people want in their off-road vehicles, and this vehicle has it. Now, I'm driving the manual right now, which has actually been loads of fun, and it's actually very easy to drive. The take up on the clutch is good, the throws and the shifts are excellent. But if you get the automatic, and I'm sure a lot of people will because you get the low speed, it's called crawl control. And in addition to that, when you get the automatic, you also get the multi-terrain select. And what that does is it gives you different settings depending on what kind of terrain you're on. If you're on sand, you have very different expectations of wheel slip than you would in snow or climbing rocks. And when you combine that with the low speed, and we did this at the launch of the Tacoma last year in Tacoma, Washington, it's amazing to see how efficient the computer is at getting the power down. Between throttle management and the anti-lock braking system and traction control, you basically set that crawl system, and all you have to do is steer. The vehicle basically ascertains how much grip there is and adjusts the throttle and the traction control to make sure that you have just the perfect amount of grip to crawl over something. It was amazing on rocks. And the Tacoma also has a setting for dinging itself out of sand. What you do is set the low speed control to the lowest setting and place it in the sand mode, and the truck will automatically start to build up sand and gain small amounts of traction. Eventually, the truck will build up enough sand to drive out. The engine of the Tacoma TRDpro is the same 3.5-liter D4S system found in the regular Tacoma. This allows the engine to operate with a more efficient Atkinson cycle for times when power isn't needed, or a conventional engine cycle. In addition, the injection system can run on regular port injection or the more advanced and responsive direct injection. This is one of the most advanced engines on the market in a truck or a car, and this technology just won an award from the Automobile Journalists Association of Canada. I gotta say, the TRD Pro with the manual was a blast to drive in the mud with the systems turned off. It certainly isn't the most efficient way around, but it is the most fun. The Wrangler tires might be good for rocks, but they would not be the choice for true mudders. There's one thing that all pickup truck manufacturers have learned. There's a segment of pickup truck buyers that seem to have no limit to the top end that they will spend on their truck. You just have to look at some of the vehicles that have been rigged out with aftermarket modifications. So this one comes from the factory with some modifications, and the price is $50,000 for the manual transmission. You want to get the automatic, it's just over $53,000, but with the automatic, you get the multi-terrain select and you also get the crawl control. And for some people that are going off-road, those new high-tech features are worth the money. I actually enjoy driving the manual transmission, feel really connected to the vehicle. This really is a cool looking truck. About 300 are coming to start with, but if it sells well, I bet you they'll sell more. Thanks for watching, and it really does help if you can subscribe. If you want to watch a review of the regular Tacoma, click the picture on the left.